Green means go, and a terrible start for Linnemann, which means Robin Larsson is going up the outside. He might even try and make a move on Oliver. He does. It's a little bit of contact. Robin Larsson into the bank, but he uses Ulrich Linnemann to lean on. But all of that has played into Peter Hedström's hands. It's carnage.
It's carnage.
Turn one carnage. But look who comes out in front.
Linnemann's left wheel is broken. Eriksson seems to get away actually clean. It's pretty much smoke from the left rear over Larsson as well, but I think Linnemann is out of this race.
Well, yeah, Linnemann's out. He's pulled off. So that means that the home hero, really desperate to repeat the win from last year, will not make it through to the final and will not win at home in Denmark. So now it's down to the other 5 to play this one out. Other 4, in fact. So Oliver Eriksson really, really smart and clean through that first corner, because he was right in amongst it. It's not like he was 2 car lengths ahead.
No, for sure. It was action all the way until they crossed the start-finish line here. So
now, in terms of the times, of course, that will have, that first corner bundle is in the entry loop before the first lap starts, so it won't really have affected their times, but it does mean that they're spreading out in position. There's a wide moment there, by the way, for Öhman in the back there, really wide. He was ditch hooking. So here we go.
So Öhman is keeping Hedström honest, and he goes for the Joker now. Would be interesting to see what Mats can do now in clean air.
And what's great as well is tell us a little bit about the history of the car that Robin Larsson is driving.
It's a Robin Larsson's car, the Audi S1. It's built by EKS and Audi together, and it's actually the car that Mattias Ekström won the 2016 FIA World Rallycross Championship with. So it has a lot of podiums and prizes already, and Robin Larsson is looking to keep that trend going.
And on top of that, he's an Audi man, has been for a few years now, so he feels so at home in that car. Whereas for Oliver and for Ulrich, it's different. You don't feel necessarily 100% comfortable when you're in a new car. Hedström goes to the Joker. Okay, so let's see how that folds out.
Yeah,
he stays in front. Yeah, okay, that's good. So Hedström didn't manage to make the most of jokering early.
It looks like Eriksson and Larsson are keeping pretty the same pace. Larsson is catching a bit on this last part of the track, but it looks like Eriksson is pulling away here on the gravel a little bit. So,
but these times aren't as quick as they were in Q4. They're like a second off, I would say, at least half a second. Why do you think that is? Is it because they're fighting more?
They put some water on the gravel to keep the dust away. We see Larsson to the Joker, a bit wide exit maybe. It's 2 laps to go only, so this was his only way to go for it. So maybe it was a late decision. We'll see what happens, but it looks like he was a bit wide out of it.
So Oliver Eriksson then is out front, and this is a chance for Robin Larsson to really hammer in 2 good laps to try and make sure that at the Joker merge he comes out in front of Oliver Eriksson. I don't know if there's going to be enough of a gap, but by the eye it looks pretty close.
Yeah, it looks like Robin is pushing a bit too hard. We'll see if I'm correct. It looked like he locked up a little bit into the hairpin, the tarmac.
Well, here we'll find out now. Final lap. Oh, that was a bit wide from Oliver, I think. But he comes out.
It looks like he's pulled away. It's like I said, it looked like Robin was overdriving a little bit. It's very easy in these cars that you kind of want too much and then you kind of lose on it yourself.
And as on the standard lap inside the Joker there, Robin was super wide and it looked like he was smoking brakes from the inside left, and it's still doing it. Maybe there's some bodywork rubbing against the tyre. Don't think there's any damage, but that will be more spectacular. But taking the spoils, semi-final 1 is Oliver Eriksson, followed very closely by Robin Larsson. And then dragging a bumper off the back of his car. Well played to Peter Hedström, who takes the 3rd of the final spots. So the big headlines there is Linnemann out, I guess. Lots of these people, you can see, they're not happy. That's their guy is out of the final. Oliver Eriksson then, first, goes through to the semi. Robin Larsson goes through. Peter Hedström goes through. Mats Öhman and Ulrich Linnemann do not progress.
So it'll be interesting to see what happened exactly in the start. A great launch by Oliver Eriksson, not so good by Linnemann.
I really thought Peter Hedström was going to get up on the inside there.
Yeah. So they're 3 wide, and it looks like Hedström loses, and that's where it breaks for Linnemann.
Now, there was a point in the middle of that where Oliver must have thought, hey, I got away cleanly, and then suddenly Hedström's in the side. Real shame for Ulrich Linnemann.
you saw how much dust it was on the tarmac. So you know, probably in the Supercar Light Semi 2, someone was cutting. So these guys were caught of the gravel on the tarmac. So.
But a really good display there from Oliver Eriksson. You can see just how sideways Robin Larsson is. Now, I've noticed that he today has been tidier than normal, but that's back to old school Robin Larsson in my opinion. But nothing could stop Oliver. And I think he should be down there with George.
Oliver, it got pretty chaotic at the start there. Give us your view from it.
I don't know, I had a good start. The launch was very good, so I just saw he bugged a bit my team and Ulrich there was just too bad, but I just tried to keep my inside, but then I don't know what they did from back, you know, they just pushed me so hard from the back. We could still keep the inside and got away with it, but you know, a couple of big hits there.
And Robin pushed you pretty hard there, didn't let you rest in that race. Give us your view.
It wasn't a perfect race, to be honest. You know, I did a couple small mistakes, so I didn't quite put the laps together that I wanted to. But you know, we felt safe. My spotter knew we keep the gap all the time. When I came out the Joker, I saw him come, and it felt good to be that far ahead.
Congratulations, on to the final.